this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Virgo, in today's reading, I am going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your reading and then clarify it. So I hope you guys are doing good. Just wanted to put it out there that I am open for personal readings. There is a donation start of $50. So if you want or interested, email me. The email address is under the description, or it's in the description of any video. So if you email me and then put on their reading, I will definitely get back to you and let you know. All right, so Virgo, let's do this. I couldn't remember to begin with. Okay, Virgo, let's do this. Two cards from the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, and then we're going to do your reading. All right, two cards for Virgo for their highest good. This is for Virgo for their highest good. Aww, I love this. This is nice. All right, so it says you are cherished by the angels. Definitely. I couldn't even say this that you're not, because you definitely are. You're very blessed. You're very very protected. Very protected, you guys. Very nice. You also have cleansing waters, purification activates vibrant life force. So yeah, if you feel like your energy's down, or you feel like you have some kind of negative energy, you know, water is a good source to really cleanse your energy, to clear the energy, to really, like showers or baths, or, you know, just being in water, it helps a lot. Okay, so it's nice, right? All right, so Virgo, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Okay. Take what resonates with you, Virgo, and leave the rest. One for the current. One for the past. One for the... I'm sorry, that's for the situation. This is for the past. All right. One for what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. One for what you need to do now, what you need to work on, and the outcome. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, Virgo, excuse me. Okay. So you do definitely start off with the Emperor. You are the Emperor. You're the leader. You know how to handle things. You're able to do what you need to do to get where you're at, which is very, very, very real for you, especially Virgos. You'd be the leader that you are. You have the Page of Cups. Really pay attention to your dreams. There is intuitive messages there. Also use your intuition. I feel like there's some kind of attraction here also, but pay attention to your dreams. There's messages. There's a message coming through also, regardless if you can't remember your dream, there's a message coming through. You have the Two of Wands for the past or now. You're making plans, deciding on something. You have to have patience. And definitely you have the Seven of Cups here for the reason that you are trying to decide on something, because you have... most of your cards are here for, you know, a lot of this. There's a decision you're contemplating. They're asking you to really be real, though. You know, you have a lot that you want in your mind. You're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, but, you know, you really got to be real with yourself, okay? All right, Virgo, so then you have the Moon card here, and the Moon is saying that maybe you're not seeing things clearly. Maybe you don't know where you're going to, you know, and you're still deciding, because you do have a lot of decision cards here. You also have the Seven of Pentacles here. If you look at him, he's like looking, determining, like, what am I going to do with this money? How am I going to use it? Where's my next step? Where should I go? What should I do? And that's you right here. Okay, contemplating. And this is what you're doing now. And what you need to work on is this chapter in your life that's about to close. You're on a new cycle. Your luck is about to change. You're going in a different path, a new direction. Something is coming to a close because there is something new coming in. So it's nice, very nice. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles for the outcome. And the Knight of Pentacles is talking about having your patience. You know, your efforts are going to pay off very well. You know, but you just need to have patience for everything. Okay, these are beautiful cards. All right. And also really start taking care of yourself, because it's a necessity that you start taking rest and eating better, exercising, doing things like that, because we're in a Virgo eclipse right now. So it's like it's pushing you forward. Everything's pushing you forward. You're gonna know exactly what you need to do. You may be right now contemplating a decision, but you are definitely knowing what you need to do. All right, so Virgo, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Really, really try to, take a swim, let water fall on your head and to clear your energy so that you can think right, so you can contemplate all these decisions, okay? All right, so let's see what's going on. Take what resonates with you, Virgo, and leave the rest. Here we go. Why is the Emperor here for Virgo? Wow. Okay, so you do have the Moon card here again, so it's right underneath it here. So we are in a Virgo full moon also, so, just be ready for that. And I do believe that it's now, like all this is happening right now. But just know that you're able to handle anything that comes your way. With the Moon card, like I said, you may not be seeing things clearly. You may not, understand everything that's happening, but you will. And this is just like they're asking you, trust your intuition, just keep going and keep doing what you need to do. But leave those old patterns behind. Don't go back to any of those old patterns that you were doing, or the same ways, or anything like that. I feel like you're just going to be moving forward, and you're not going to be feeling stuck anymore. You're not going to be you're trying really hard to change yourself. And I feel that. And I also feel that you are going to, because you have the Emperor here. You are the leader. You're the leader. You've been a leader. You always have been a leader. So, be the leader that you are. You'll be ready for anything that happens that comes your way. He's all about strength. He's all about, stability, a strong foundation, and that's you. You're going to be able to know and do what you need to do. You have that drive. You have the Page of Cups here. And why is the Page of Cups in the situation? Wow. I'm a card. Wow. So definitely, there's a strong sense of a lot of change that's coming in right now. You do have the Page of Cups. There's a message here that's coming in. There's intuitive messages in your dreams. Like if you've been feeling like, you've been seeing a lot in your dreams, really look them up, because those are some kind of messages. I know I've been getting them. I'm not a Virgo, but I do have Virgo in my chart somewhere. So really pay attention to it. Really trust your intuition, use your intuition, because I feel like you're being very guided. Not only do you have this card, but you yourself are very intuitive. You're an earth sign. You're very grounded. You know what you need to do. And you also have the Death card here, and there's changes coming through. There's endings coming in, because you also have the Wheel of Fortune here. But there's huge transformations coming in. Things are not the same anymore, and they won't be. So just be ready. And then you have the Star card, and the Star card is saying, you're going to start feeling better. Things are going to fall into place. You're going to find your hope. You're going to be rejuvenated. You're going to start feeling like that. But like I said, get yourself in some water, put your feet in water, take a shower, just stand there in the shower and let everything just cleanse off of you. Change your energy, to clear your energy, you know what I'm saying? And then you have the, like I said, the Star card is also part of a healing. So like if you've been feeling like, you've been thinking a lot, doing a lot of reminiscing, it's because you're going through this healing with all these big changes that are coming through. I also feel like there could be some kind of a wish fulfillment that you've been wanting for a long time coming through. Wow. With the Two of Wands here in the past or now, I do believe like it's now, because you are contemplating a decision. You need to have patience, and I feel like you're planning. Like you have a lot of plans that you want to put out there, which is very nice. And I do believe that it's now. Really have patience, and I do believe there's traveling very soon. You have the Seven of Cups here. And why is the Seven of Cups here? One more card. Wow. So you're really deciding on what your next career move. You know, you've been working very hard. You're achieving the material success that you want. You know, you're gonna receive that material success, even if you feel like you don't. I feel like you're contemplating a decision on your work or career also here. But they're asking you to keep continuing to work hard and not give up, because there is some kind of like more money, more higher position. Something is here about that. You know, even could be a new job. With the Queen of Pentacles, you know, she's very stern. She knows how to create her money. She knows how to make money, but she does so much, you know, and it's time for you to take care of yourself. Okay, like really take care of yourself. Be realistic about your decisions, about what you want and what you're going to do. Really be real about it. Okay, like, you know, you want everything, but you know, you really got to get down and really think about everything that comes along with your career, or this new move that you're going to make. You know, I feel like there's a new move that you're trying to contemplate, but you would need to be realistic about it. I also feel with the Queen of Pentacles, you really need to start taking care of yourself. There is some kind of wealth and abundance coming through. So there could be like more money offered to you, or you could be receiving some kind of money here. But I do feel like you really need to start taking care of yourself also, because you work a lot, and that's for some reason you're neglecting that. Like, you need to start resting. You need to start, you know, taking care of yourself better. Okay. And then you have the Moon card here. And why is the Moon here? One more card. Wow, one more card. So you also have the Queen of Swords and the Sun card. So it's beautiful. Really be positive and everything, because you do have the Sun card here. You have the Moon card. You may not be able to see what's ahead, but there is nothing but positive coming towards you. You want it all, and I could feel it here. You know, just really trust yourself, and it's coming in very soon. All these opportunities are going to come in very soon. You know, the sun is shining on you. You know, it's bright, the light. You are the light. You are very protected. You are very blessed, Virgo. So I feel like, you know, the sun is going to be shining on you. You're going to be very happy. You know, you may have not been able to see things clearly before, but you will very soon. Now you will. And then you have the Queen of Swords. You know, you stand very strong-willed, whether you're male or female. You know, you stand very, very strong. You have the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles. You know, you have a lot of high suits here. You know, and it's like they're telling you, you know, you're very strong-willed. You can do anything, but really speak up, speak your truth, and see things clearly, and really stand up for yourself if you need be. If you have to, okay? I just feel like you just really need to speak your truth about everything, you know, like what you're doing, how you're feeling, you know, to whoever you're talking to, or whatever it is what situation that you're in, because I feel like there's some kind of, like, you just need to be like bold and say, you know what, I'm not going to take this, but I'm going to take this, and I want this, but I'm not doing this, you know, when you're speaking or you're talking, you know. Speak your truth. Really speak the truth about things. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles up here for the what you need to do now. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Wow. Okay. All right. So there's something here that you may not be seeing. Maybe you're not seeing clearly. Maybe there's something here that you don't want to see. You have the Eight of Swords here, and you see her. She has her face blindfolded, her eyes are blindfolded, you know, she's got swords around her, you know, she even she's got a rope around her, but you know, it's not tight, it's loose, like where she can move forward, but she doesn't, because there's something here that you're just not seeing. Maybe you're not seeing all these accomplishments that you have been making. Maybe you're not really seeing everything that you have done in your life. You know, maybe you're not seeing a lot. You know, there's something here that you're not seeing. Maybe there's a truth that you need to see. Maybe there's some kind of, you know, accomplishment that you did, and you're not going back to it and seeing, hey, look at everything that I've done. Look at everything that I have accomplished to get here. Look at everything that I'm doing to do what I need to do. You know, the school, the effort, the hard work, you know, they want you to see all that, you know. There's also some kind of blessing that is definitely trying to come in for you, and that is some kind of prosperity here. So it's very nice. But really take that blindfold off and move forward and really look at everything, okay? Because right now you're contemplating on your next move, you know, on the choices, on another choice that you're trying to decide. What's your next move? What am I going to invest this in? Where am I going to put myself at? You know, what am I going to do next is what you're really thinking about right now. And they want you to like make a plan, get out there and start doing what you need to do. You know, have a plan made. Okay. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here and what you need to work on? One more card. Wow. Oh my gosh. You came into your own reading. So you do have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about that a cycle is coming to a close. The wheel is turning in your favor, though. There is karma here. Your luck is changing for the better. Good things are coming in. You have the Hermit card, which is your card in the tarot deck. You know, really go within. Really clear your mind and go within, okay? Really clear your mind and go within and really do what you need to do so that you can think clearly, so that you can see clearly, so that you won't feel like you're not seeing everything. So you won't feel like, you know, you need to go back to these old patterns or old ways so that you can make clear decisions, okay? That's what they're asking you right now. Because something is going to come to an end. Something is closing. Like maybe your career is finally going to come to, you know, its last day, or there's something that's going to come to an end. You know, something is closing in your life. So just be ready, because it's like opening up a new path here. And then you have the Hangman, and really look at things differently. You know, step back and look at things differently, because that's what you're doing right now. You know, you're deciding on something. So really, they're asking you to take a step back and look at everything. Look at everything that you accomplished. Look at where you're at. Look at everything that you have. Okay, that's what they're trying to tell you. Have patience also. You need that patience. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles. And why is the Knight of Pentacles here? One more card. Wow. All right. So, also too, I'm getting a message for somebody. I don't know who this is for, but you know, you accomplish so much in your life. You know, people are looking at you. It doesn't matter who looks at you. It doesn't matter who raves about you and who that you're doing all this. What matters is you. Okay, you do for you, Virgo. Okay, it doesn't matter that you want to go this way to make somebody happy. You do for you. It needs to be that you go and do something for yourself. Like if there's something that you want to do, then you do it. Okay, because I also feel like there's somebody, that was a message for somebody. Really have patience for everything and let everything just come in. Okay, don't be in your mind about things. That's why they're trying to tell you, like, clear your energy so that you feel better. You know, change your energy. You know, declutter stuff so that your energy will be different. Really get out of your mind, because you're overthinking about a lot of things. Let everything just come in on its own. Go with the flow is what they're asking you. Okay, get out of your worry. You know, everything will be fine if you just stop worrying so much about things. You know, clear your mindset. Wow. Really have patience for everything. And I do feel like you're going to be very successful. You have the Six of Wands. You're always successful, Virgo. So really just take that in and just, you know, because that's what they're saying. You know, you're going to succeed in what you do. You're going to be successful. Okay. But you need to get out of your mind and change your energy. Wow. All right. So Virgo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.